It's Safety Week here on UTTV. This time we want to make sure you're well informed about ways to prevent drowning so you don't end up becoming a victim or a statistic. Let's welcome Manny Gonzalez, president of the San Diego County Aquatic Council, and Marianne Downing from the National Drowning Prevention Alliance.
Thanks.
Welcome both of you to
us.
Prime Time.
Thank you.
Very important that you're here. Summer is here, right around the corner, and you know, there's already been 2 drownings, right? Those poor innocent children. Yeah. So tell us what we need to know.
So first of all, prevention begins with awareness. And unfortunately this week in San Diego, the awareness is because of the tragic drownings. So we want to get the stats out there, make sure people know what drowning looks like and what they can do to prevent it, especially parents and pool owners. So should we start with stats?
Yeah, and by the way, drownings, I want the viewers to know, it's not just pools or oceans or lakes or rivers. It can happen in your bathtub, in a little plastic pool, a bucket. Yeah, let's talk about the stats.
Yep. So, drowning is one of the leading causes of death, which you were spot on, and most victims are male, most are adult, but the children break our hearts and they're 100% preventable. In this country each year about 4,500 people drown, about 3,800 are unintentional drownings. In California, we are the highest state, leading all other states with drowning, about 500 a year.
What do we attribute that to? Is it because we have nicer weather year round and we're outdoors?
And the number of people, the population is high, the number of pools are very high too.
And I love what you said, especially with the children. It's 100% preventable. Like those little kids, those beautiful children that had a right to grow up and flourish won't have that right.
That's right.
Because of this tragic accident.
That's right.
So tell us what we cannot have these types of accidents.
So unfortunately about 75 kids in California drown every single year. 50 of them are between 1 and 4. So you know that parents have to take action. Most of those 1 to 4-year-olds are actually 1 and 2. So kids in diapers are drowning at the highest numbers. So
because they're impulsive and they get away from their parents,
that's
parents
and
get
they're
occupied.
Quick, and you don't expect them to not be where you put them. So we try to teach drowning prevention by remembering 3 things: safer water, safer people, and safer response. In terms of safer water, every pool owner, every parent needs to say, well, where am I going? How can I make the water safer? If you own a pool, it's all about fencing. It's about self-closing, self-latching gates to keep those little toddlers away from the water, period. Covers, alarms, all play into how to make the water safer. Another component—
Talk about the alarms real quick. I have a pool. I'm a pool owner.
Simple. On the door. So you know that if somebody goes out the door that you need to follow along to make sure that there's nobody by the pool, because if you can't see them, you can't save them. So you need to keep your eyes on the kids. Another important point, make sure that your drain cover is safe. Keep your kids away from the drain.
So tell us about the drain. Drains are used to be very unsafe.
Entrapment is a problem, so just keep the kids away from the drain, period. Yep.
Okay.
There you go. There's a picture of a good one. You
can
learn more.
But now they're making drains safer, so your hair doesn't get stuck.
This is a picture of a safer one. Absolutely. A good class you can take online, Home Pool Essentials. I think you have the link right on your website. So pool owners can take this 2-hour class and learn more about not only how to take care of their pool to make safer water, but lots of water safety components too.
And the second part of that is safer people. So we want to encourage kids and adults to take swim lessons when they're around water, and they're inexperienced swimmers to wear a life jacket. These are great. They're not water wings. It's a Coast Guard approved life jacket.
See, when my kids were little, the A team, not the B team, water wings were the thing. And tell us why water wings are not sufficient anymore. That is so cute.
They deflate. Those inflatable ones are deflatable and they float away, and you have a kid with half an arm deflate. So this is safe because it has flotation on the chest as well.
This is cool. Okay.
So swim lessons, one of the great things that the San Diego County Aquatic Council is able to do is we have a scholarship program to teach swim instructors how to teach swim lessons, and it's going to happen over Memorial Day weekend. And we're going to train 60 new swim instructors to go out in the community and hopefully teach 100 kids this summer how to swim and basic water safety principles. So indirectly, we hope to hit 6,000 kids this summer.
And that's so important. But you know, my kids are like fish. They're in the pool all the time, right? But still, I don't think that they think about water safety anymore. I think they are getting too confident. So I think it's good to have an instructor go over all the necessary precautions.
Absolutely, and to swim in areas where there's an adult watching or a lifeguard. And so we have a water watcher tag, and anytime that you have a party at home or you have kids in the water, this designates someone to watch the water, and that's your sole responsibility. So we'd like you to keep this and wear it when your kids are in the water.
I even have this 20-foot slide with a 5-foot drop off. Talk about craziness with kids in there. I'm like a freak. One at a time. One at a time. Paranoid. I don't know why I built that thing for them.
So the other thing I'd like to mention is Step Into Swim is an initiative of the National Swimming Pool Foundation, and the idea is we need to create millions of new swimmers. There are 6 in 10 African Americans that don't know how to swim in the country, and that number is a little bit lower for Hispanics, but we need to get people learning how to swim.
I'm surprised how many adults don't know how to swim.
They say that 37% of Americans say they don't swim or are afraid of deep water.
Yeah.
And so it's a big problem. We want to get people swimming, and swimming has such great therapeutic benefits in terms of obesity, which is such a big problem. This is a great way to stay fit.
How long have you been swimming for?
I've been swimming for many, many years.
Since you were a baby?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tell you how I got learned, how my parents taught me. Oh, I'm going to throw you in the deep end. Swim or sink. Well, I'm gonna swim. I have to like oxygen. No. Okay, so is there anything else that you want to add?
The third part of the Safer 3 is safer response, and that's where lifeguards come in. That's where the pool safety mom comes in, knowing how to recognize that your child is drowning. Most people think it looks like Hollywood, like splashing and all of that.
It doesn't. It's quiet.
If their nose and mouth are in the water, they could be in big trouble. And they need to be rescued immediately, and rescue breathing has to be started immediately, as quick as you get your hands on that child out of the water or in the water. Rescue breathing immediately.
And good point. And I was just shocked that when kids drown at a party, a backyard party where there's adults, because it is quiet. And unless you watch it. I had an experience with my nephew when he was 5 years old. I just happened to be out at my mother's house with a pool, and he ran out and jumped in the pool. The kid doesn't know how to swim. He's a boy. He just jumped in. And I saw him look at me with his eyes as he floated to the bottom. As he sunk to the bottom, and he didn't splash, he didn't do anything. He just looked at me. And of course I jumped in and saved him. But if I wasn't there, he would have drowned to death.
That's right.
And he didn't make a peep. I just would happen to, be there.
Thank you for telling that story. That's exactly
it's really
right.
important.
And thank you for being a great champion of water safety, and continue to influence people and teach about safer kids, safer water, and safer response. Those 3 together give the full message. So we want to give you a present.
Okay.
Guess what tomorrow is?
Water Safety Day.
It's Wear Your Life Jacket to Work Day.
No, it's not.
It
really is.
Yes. So wear your life
They
jacket
just
to
told me
work
I got to wear this the entire newscast tomorrow.
Oh, I love
I'll
it.
at least wear it for a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
I will
so
definitely
much.
wear it. Again, watch the summer parties, the barbecues. That's when there's a lot of drownings. Don't get preoccupied. Make sure that you communicate clearly which parent is watching the child or which caretaker. Very important. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Taylor.
Let's save some lives here.
Amen.